System philosophy, part 3. Branch structure or substructure of system philosophy. System philosophy main branch is the original term for study of specific system in philosophical interpretation. However, the branch itself is empty-shelled if without system philosophies in existence that prove that exists, because system philosophy main branch is just a concept of system philosophy or how system philosophy would behave. But so you kind of have to have like real actual system philosophy from me so that you understand it more clearly, like what is system philosophy. It is same as science, it is same as if science doesn't have a sub-branch like physics, biology, engineering, etc. The science would be completely useless and forever concept if without like a detailed sub-branches, like physics, biology, all of that. So that's why sub-branches for system philosophy have to be there as well. However, unlike science, philosophy doesn't have distinct area of focus. After all, everything could be system. Like everything could be system. Like you can say your computer is a system, like a special species of animal would be a system, like your family would be a system, like the country would be a system. Like, yeah, a system can be defined an infinite amount of ways and make it endless. There are infinite amount of system, which that would be talking about its importance, like which system are more important. So yeah, there could be infinite amount of system philosophy for each for each system, and much more if you bring a parallel universe. Like this universe have its own system, like that universe have, there's so much possibilities. However, system philosophy that truly matters and makes significant difference, there is only a few. Here is some system characteristics that you have to understand. As systems, bigger the system, the bigger it can include the smaller system. For example, the system of the universe, it will automatically include every smaller system that is included within the universe, right? It's like the bigger system, of course, will cover the smaller system because system can actually eat each other by size, by the conceptual size it covers. It's not hard to understand. You probably understand it. Yeah. So basically, bigger system tends to include smaller system, which cuts down on the number of system that truly matters. Also, as humans, there's no real value to discover system. Wait, I'm trying to read the script. Yeah, okay, I'll skip all of that. And to me, there are only two system philosophy that truly matters. One is value system. What is value system? Value system is the system of human action or biological being, so that you can understand yourself. Like how your mental process goes, why you are thinking what you're thinking, what is like family, what is love, what is friendship. This is the system that defines human action, which is pretty much human. If you talk about human action, that means everything human do, which means like meaning of human. That's what it means. And the other system philosophy is a universal system where you will try to understand the universe. which I will talk more about later, because universal system is one's declarational system, a declarational based system philosophy, which it have very unique set of traits that I had to clear up, or else it might be very confusing to you. The question I have been asked of why I don't just work on universal system that includes system of human action. Well, it is because, basically the argument is some people will ask me like, Harvard, why do you work on system of human action when you are currently working on system universal system that covers the entire existing universe, or how the universe works in general. But the problem is that the bigger the system, the more abstract it gets on lower levels. And the application level becomes so low that it loses real usage on lower scales. However, it is still included, and in some levels, the abstract element can be reworked upon and become more focused, so it doesn't necessarily become an issue for universal system. But this is when understanding. Yeah, what? Oh yeah. Yeah, but this is when the answer becomes really situational, because the complexity of a bigger system, that when you try to zoom down, it become very abstract, and the complexity is just is exponential. So that's why I rather sometimes focus down on smaller systems than working on the biggest system there is. So yeah, generally speaking, you do not want to use system philosophy of existing universe and use that to define smaller systems such as human action. Yeah, and it doesn't necessarily provide the most understandable answer, because complexity is exponential when you get into details. Yeah, that was covered. And as of today, there are two system philosophy. Yeah, I'll talk about that. Okay. Let me think. Oh yeah, let me talk about the two distinct system philosophy types. There are only two types of system philosophy in the world. There won't be like number three. There are only two types. One is logical, which is built by complex concept. The other one would be created by declaration. The difference between the two is the one created by complex concept is very easily inherited by human brain, because human brain can basically, once you get grips of a concept, you can provide infinite amount of answer in relation to the concept. So that's a complex concept that generates answer within itself. So it's very it's a gift given to human logic, human mind. So one type of philosophy is created by complex concept, and this can be really abstract, because this can be really abstract to talk about. So you kind of have to feel the grip of one trying to implement, rather than like just telling you in words, because this is something that you had to feel, rather than I just tell you with English language with abstractness. And this is the essential content. Anyways, basically, the most of the system philosophy is created with complex concept that you understand pretty fast, but is harder to understand. The second type, the other type, the other type, yeah. So there are only two types. So the other type is declaration based. Declaration based is very tricky because the complexity of declarational based system philosophy is thorough. There is no complexity, and human cannot understand it in declaration. Basically, human cannot understand it because it's conceptually impossible. However, you understand it because the concept of declarational based philosophy, yeah, it's getting pretty abstract. Yeah, I'd clear it up in the future. Yeah, basically exceptions are handled case by case. Okay, here's the difference. Complex concept handle exceptions by group by group, by by identifications. Like if they're similar within the system, complex concept is gonna solve it all at once. However, declarational based system philosophy solve exceptions case by case, one by one. But it's complete set, so you have to have a whole system of declaration. Yeah, I'll talk about it later in future chapter. Oh yeah, before we go into the next part, I have to say that in this whole project series, I will not talk about universal system or declarational based system philosophy. But I might talk about data logic, which is somewhat very related to declarational base, but it's not ready for the public yet. Right now, what's available is system philosophy main branch, and various system. Universal system currently is still under development, and I'm trying hard to make it work because yeah, there's implications that you don't really understand, and I don't want to talk about. But so yeah, next part.